It's almost Christmas, and for most people that means sitting by the fire with a steaming cup of tea wrapped up in a warm duvet. But for us horsey people, we still have to get out there, brave the elements and keep our ponies as happy as possible. We've been taking your questions for our experts on how best to cope with this freezing weather. But for those of you who didn't get a chance to read all the answers, here are some of our viewers giving their top tips on how to keep your ponies safe and cosy this winter.
Make sure they're really rugged up really well, especially if they're clipped.
I always think warming horses up with exercise sheets on a good idea.
I always keep an under rug underneath all the rugs that then stays on inside and outside.
Best thing to do if you haven't got loads of big, heavy, expensive winter rugs is I'd look out for some cheap bed covers, like the really old-fashioned molten wool ones, or just woolen blankets, because they insulate the horse really, really well.
Because if they're getting cold, then they're going to use more energy, and that's how they're going to drop off some of the weight as well.
Make sure that you oil the inside of your horse's feet and all along their shoes, so that the snow and ice doesn't ball up in their feet, and then they won't slip.
Yeah, when you're emptying out your water buckets, just be very careful where you empty them, obviously, because it's very, very easy for a horse to slip over.
If anybody's going out for lots of hacks and keeping their horses very well exercised, make sure that you clip them so they don't get too hot and sweaty.
You've got to make sure the water doesn't freeze over, because otherwise obviously they can't drink it.
Out in the field, just put some hay down on the floor, make sure that their water troughs have all that ice taken out of.
And obviously for a rider, wear your thermals.
Lots and lots and lots of layers, and thermal layers as well. Make sure there's not much skin exposed.
Nice warm clothes, especially nice warm socks.
If you're on a horse, best way to keep your feet warm is take your stirrups off.
A couple of pairs of gloves, otherwise your hand will freeze off.
Well, I've got little Jack Russell, and I really feel he feels the cold when he's outside all day, so he has got a little jacket.